So the Apple Watch Series 7 has finally arrived on my desk. This is the 41mm aluminium model, and I picked it up in this beautiful blue color. So the Apple Watch Series 7 has the most advanced health features we have ever seen in Apple Watch. So along with SpO2 and ECG, the Apple Watch 7 can also detect irregular heart rhythm and alert you for unusually high or low heart rates. And this year's 41mm model is also slightly bigger than the previous gen. So very excited to see how this looks on my wrist. Quick look at what you get inside the box. So you're basically getting a paper cover. You have the new USB Type-C fast charger, which is supposed to give you 33% faster charging. Now this also came with a large and small strap included in the box. So here it is, guys. The new Apple Watch Series 7 41mm model with an all aluminium body. You actually have ceramic and sapphire crystal on the back. The watch is also 50-meter water resistant, and on the front you have a nice large Retina LTPO OLED display with a screen resolution of 352 by 430. If you go for the more expensive titanium or stainless steel versions, you get sapphire crystal glass on the front. Otherwise, the aluminium version, which I have here, has Ion X glass. Now the screen has much smaller bezels than the previous gen, and to compare, here is the Apple Watch Series 4. Side by side, look at the difference. So 40mm versus 41mm, that's a 1.57 inch versus 1.69 inches. In thickness, it's 10.7mm versus 10.4mm, and weight-wise, you're looking at 56 grams versus 56.9 grams. And I did actually weigh both of these with the straps on. So quite impressed what Apple has managed with the Series 7. You're getting a slightly bigger display, smaller bezels, and it's also slightly thinner. But at the same time, if you do compare them side by side, would you believe that there is only a 1mm difference between the watch cases? So I absolutely love what Apple has done here, and that is my main reason why I finally decided to upgrade from the Series 4 to the Series 7. And for me personally, I just can't wear the bigger 45mm Apple Watch. They are just too big for my wrist, and they feel and look abnormal. So I always go for the smaller version, but I think Apple has absolutely nailed the dimensions for this version. 41mm watch case with such a large 1.69 inch display. That looks impressive. I love the color and design of the watch, and the always on display is an absolute dream. It's a treat to work with. So the watch looks very smart on the wrist, it's very comfortable, and in case you're wondering, I have a wrist circumference of 7 inches. And just to give you a brief comparison, here is the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. So these watches are actually priced very similar. You have similar features, but which one do you think looks better on my wrist? Now on the side of the watch we have a rotating dial, which can be used for navigating the system menus. And you might notice that I have the vertical menus active. I really like the vertical menus. I don't like the typical Apple scattered look. I just find it more easier to have the vertical app list. Now just underneath the dial you have a microphone and a flat style power button. On the other side you have a long single speaker grill. Now, if we compare the speaker grill to my Series 4, you can see you've got two speaker grills, or like a partition in the center. Now Apple states that the Series 7 has 50% louder speakers. So the layout has definitely changed. Underneath you will find all your health sensors, and this watch packs a whole host of advanced health tracking features such as optical and electrical heart rate sensors. You've got SpO2 monitoring, you've got ECG. This can check your irregular heart rhythm along with always on altimeter, accelerometer. You have fall detection, gyroscope, and lots more. And if we very briefly compare the sensors with the Series 4, you can see that there is quite a big difference in that layout. So bigger sensor circle and a lot more going on in the Series 7. Also, if we have a quick look at the Apple charger, so 30% faster charging in the Series 7. You get a similar looking wireless charger, but it has a metal back and it's Type-C charging. It works in the same way. Magnetic charging just clips on the back, and then you can go ahead and stick this into a USB-C port. You can even use your MacBook or your computer for convenience. And get this, I was able to achieve 50% battery in just 30 minutes and around 80% battery in 45 minutes. Now the Series 7 is powered by the Apple S7 dual-core chipset, supporting a 64-bit architecture. Now you do have Bluetooth version 5, dual-band Wi-Fi, built-in NFC with Apple Pay, and this is running the very latest Apple watchOS 8.0.1. And I have to say, it's very smooth in operation, and I experienced absolutely no lag no matter what I did on this Apple Watch. It's been a great performance. So I picked up the Bluetooth model because that is what I'm used to. But with the LTE model, you can leave your phone at home, you can go for a jog, and you can still receive all your phone calls and messages directly on the watch. And of course, you will have your 4G internet available at all times. Now, me personally, I carry my iPhone everywhere, no matter where I go. And I've also noticed that the Bluetooth model will give a slightly better battery life than the LTE, as the LTE is always connected to the net. You can still make and receive phone calls on the Bluetooth model. As long as you have your phone nearby, it actually works extremely well. And with that louder speaker, the calls do sound a lot clearer and louder. Now, Apple quotes 18 hours of battery life, and I do presume they mean 18 hours of heavy usage, because I'm actually getting close to 24 hours of battery life. So quite a similar battery performance to my Series 4. 24 hours is definitely not great for any smartwatch. I think Apple should be aiming for at least 2 to 3 days to match the competition. And by the competition, I do mean the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic and also the new TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra. Those watches give you at least 2 to 3 days of battery life. Now, you can certainly improve the battery life if you play around with the settings, and you can also switch off that beautiful always on display, although I'm not sure if you will, because it is really nice. So in the morning, I usually wake up with around 15 to 20% battery life left after nearly 24 hours of usage, and I do have everything switched on, including the always on display. And as soon as I get up, I just remove the watch, place it onto its charger, and go about my usual morning routine. And by the time I'm finished, I have around 70 to 80% battery, which is more than good enough to last me a whole day at work. Now, if we talk about the straps, I went for the sports band. It is made from a soft silicone style material. It does have a stainless steel pin at the end, and I find it really comfortable and easy to wear, but it's also quick and easy to take off should you need to. And I just prefer this strap over the others. I really hate the single loop strap. I don't like that one at all. So quick look at the watch faces. Now, having that extra screen area is great, but what I really like is the way Apple has made complete use of that edge-to-edge display, and one of the new watch faces is called Contour. You can very well see how good that watch face looks. And there is a whole library of watch faces that you can play with different complications. They are all customizable, and they look amazing on the larger display. So I'll give you a few examples of some cool watch faces on the screen right now. Now let's just check out some of the cool watch features. Now if you swipe down from the top, you have your notifications. Most of these notifications are going to be read only, but you will be able to reply to messages and phone calls. If we swipe up from the bottom, you've got some quick toggles. So you can turn Wi-Fi on and off. You've got notifications, airplane mode, and so on and so forth. Now if you swipe left or right, you can toggle between all of your saved watch faces. And if you press the power button once, you will see all your recently opened apps, and you can easily swipe to close. Now, if you double tap this power button, it will open up your wallet and your cards, so you can make NFC payments, etc. So if you're doing anything on the watch, or you've opened an app and you want to come out of it, you just press the dial once and it will take you back to the home screen. If you press it whilst on the home screen, it will take you to your apps, and then you can scroll up or down to check out all the apps. And if you keep it pressed, so if we just keep it pressed, it will activate Siri. If you keep this bottom button pressed, so long press, it will give you a choice to power off, medical ID, or even SOS. And you can activate fall detection from settings. So if you were to take a hard fall, it will automatically call your emergency contact, which you can set from your iPhone, opening the Apple Watch settings, etc. While we're here, let's just quickly go through all the apps. So activity, alarms, App Store, audiobooks, you've got blood oxygen monitoring, calculator, calendar, camera remote, compass, you've got contacts, cycle tracking, ECG, find devices, find items, find people. You've got your heart rate sensor, home, maps, Memoji, messages, mindfulness, music, news, noise, now playing. You've got your phone dialer, photos, podcasts, reminders, remote, settings, shortcuts, sleep monitoring, stopwatch, timers, tips, voice memos, walkie-talkie, wallet, weather, workout, and world clock. So those were all your apps. And of course, you can download many more apps from the App Store. And there's a lot to choose from, including many mainstream apps like Spotify, Strava, and so on and so forth. So we're going to check out the health tracking. This is the O2 Ring. It's a medical grade heart rate sensor. So you just wear it on your thumb and it will give you an accurate reading for your heart rate and your blood oxygen levels. And it does it within 30 seconds. So there you go, 97% blood oxygen, and my heart rate in real time, 83 beats per minute. And that will just keep updating itself in real time. So it gives you real accurate medical grade stats. And what we're going to do is compare it to the Apple Watch. Now I do have to mention that no watch out there claims to be medical grade. But my whole point of doing this test is to see how close we can get to medical grade standards. So first of all, let's open up the heart rate sensor. And at the same time, the Ring is already giving us a reading of 83. And we're getting 79 on the Apple. 77 and 77. That is quite accurate, people. 77 and 77. So it looks like we do have quite an accurate heart rate sensor in the Apple Watch, which is definitely reassuring. Now let's check out blood oxygen monitoring. Start. My Ring is giving me 97% blood oxygen. Let's see what the Apple Watch Series 7 can give us. 97. Oh my god, 97. That is rare. Okay, I don't know, maybe Apple's been watching my videos. I'm going to do the same on the Galaxy Watch 4 because that just got me a bit excited there, as you guys can tell. I love accuracy. Let's measure the same on the Galaxy Watch, and I'll stay still. 97% on the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic as well. So that is what you can call close to medical grade standards. I think that some of these high-end watches are medical grade standard, but they just don't want to say it. They don't want to bite their tongue by saying it is. So you saw that the heart rate and especially the blood oxygen was on par with the O2 Ring. So that was the Apple Watch Series 7, the best display I've seen on an Apple Watch, with a brighter always-on display. I love the minimal bezel design and the watch faces that take advantage of it. And everything looks a little bit bigger for convenience. The 41mm model now becomes more attractive to a wider audience because it's no longer too small for the wrist. And the question is this the best smartwatch money can buy? Well, definitely not. There are flaws in the Apple Watch, and one of them is the battery life. 18 hours or even 24 hours is just not enough. Apple seems to be behind in the battery game, especially when it comes to their watches. They went and improved the iPhone battery, and I was hoping for the same for the Apple Watch Series 7, but unfortunately the battery life is not great. But saying that, I do love the 30% fast charging boost. Now you are getting accurate health tracking. You can take crystal clear Bluetooth phone calls and respond to text messages and even WhatsApp messages using presets or even typing on a full QWERTY keyboard. Now something else that the Apple Watch struggles with is its sleep tracking. I feel it's very poorly implemented. Sleep tracking will only work if you set your sleeping schedule, so what time you're going to sleep and what time you're going to wake up. And only between those hours will Apple Watch detect your sleep and blood oxygen levels. But if I happen to be awake at that time, I usually come out of sleep mode so I can still receive my notifications. But if I then forget to put myself back into sleep mode and go to sleep, it will not track my sleep for that night, even if I'm wearing the watch. So you can see all those gaps in between are the days that the Apple Watch did not track my sleep, even though I had the watch on my wrist. Now, in comparison, the Galaxy Watch 4 or even the older Galaxy Watch models have far superior sleep tracking than the Series 7. In the Galaxy Watch, you do not have to set what time you're going to be sleeping. The watch is smart enough to detect whether you're awake or sleeping, and you can sleep at any time of the day. It doesn't have to be just night, and it will log the hours very efficiently. So I love the sleep tracking on the Galaxy Watch. There is no watch out there that does it better than the Galaxy Watch. So Apple Watch is way behind in sleep tracking. Also, it does not have the ability to track your SpO2 all day. Now you might be thinking, why do I have two smartwatches as my daily drivers? And the reason is I always have one iPhone and one Android phone as my daily drivers because I'm constantly testing new phones. So that means in the morning I can just pick up either watch to start my day depending on what mood I'm in. And after thoroughly testing both watches, I can tell you without any shadow of a doubt, the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic gives you the best overall health tracking experience, and the actual software and UI is also much better on the watch and on the phone. Apple Watch does have very good, accurate health tracking, but it does feel very inferior to the Galaxy Watch Classic in both design, software, and the complete health tracking experience. And the strange thing here is the Apple Watch will only work on iPhones, and the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic will only work on Android and for full functionality, specifically Samsung phones. So if you already have the Series 6, then this is not going to feel like a big upgrade. But if I had to still pick between these two watches, then I'm definitely going for the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic as the best smartwatch money can buy right now. Now, if we have a quick look at my top smartwatch ranking chart, you will see that the Apple Watch Series 7 has ranked at position 7 on this chart. And you can view the full versions of all my charts online at chicstech.com and read them at your leisure. So to sum it up, the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic is the king of smartwatches, but in comparison, you can call the Apple Watch Series 7 as the prince of smartwatches. So I hope you find this video useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.